What is up, y'all? I hope you're having an amazing Saturday, and if you woke up and you watching this video, I think you're doing pretty well then. So today I'm gonna make Popeyes chicken sandwiches. I'm gonna start with the buns. These are brioche buns. Please make sure that you use as much as the original stuff that the sandwiches call for. I believe those are brioche buns that they use. So this is what I always get when I'm making those sandwiches. Also, you're gonna need mayo. And if you want the spicy chicken sandwiches, I put a little bit of this into the mayo. But if you don't want the spicy mayo, just stick with the mayo. I got sliced pickles. I got the half pint of buttermilk. I only need enough for this recipe. So if you don't need to buy a big buttermilk, don't waste your money. This cost me like 69 cents and it'll be just enough for what I'm doing, and I'm making 8 sandwiches. I use the fresh chicken breast. Also, something to add is that the frozen chicken breast, I don't buy that. That is loaded with a salt solution. They call it broth. I just call it a salt solution. And so you have to be mindful if you're using a frozen chicken breast to kind of ease up on your seasonings. With the fresh meat, there's no seasoning in it, so you're able to adapt it to the recipe as it calls. But if you're using frozen chicken breast, a lot of times frozen meat is salt cured. Like there's a solution, a broth solution that's added to it. So just be mindful of that when you're dealing with extra sodium or people that may not be able to have as much salt. So with fresh ingredients, you're able to control more of your sodium content. So I don't have flour out, but obviously you're going to need flour. But this is going to be like a step-by-step video. So just hang on tight and I'll show you what's next. Alright, y'all, in this bowl I have a cup of mayo, and I have 3 of the chipotle chilies and about half of the containers of the juice. And so my kids kind of like it spicy, so if you don't want it super spicy, or if you don't want to do this part, you can just omit this whole part out of the recipe. But we like the spicy chicken sandwiches. Now, I'm mixing this up as so. But as you see, the peppers are whole. I'm going to take some kitchen shears and chop them up inside of here. I want to do it inside because once I chop it, it's going to extract extra flavor and oil that's in the pepper. And I want it to go all inside of the mayo sauce. So I'm gonna do that and come right back. Okay, gang, I'm back, and as you can see, it's chopped up. You got nice little chunks of the chipotle pepper all through this mayonnaise sauce. Now I don't add salt and pepper to this because the sandwich itself is going to be seasoned to perfection. Okay, I'm gonna move that over to the side and talk about this. Now, I forgot to add this. I add this into my flour mix, okay? It's Louisiana crispy chicken fried chicken batter. You're not going to use that. You can use this for the whole sandwich, but I like to mix it, and I'm going to show you what I do. I add my own seasonings, but if you are not confident enough to season your chicken and you just want to make it as easy and stress-free, use this. It does have a little kick to it, but it's not crazy spicy. So I'm gonna get my flour and set up my breading station, wash my chicken and slice it. Another thing, slice these in half. Do not use, I have 4 breasts, which in turn is gonna make 8 sandwiches when I slice them in half. Wash your chicken, slice it in half, And you are going to need 1 egg for this recipe. So I'm going to get my cooking assembly line breading station set up, and then I'll be back. Alright, in this bowl I have 2 cups of regular all-purpose flour. I have 1 cup of my chicken fry. I have 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. What you want to do now is you want to mix all of this together really well. Y'all, and I have kids that are upstairs that could probably help with this, but where are your kids when you need them? I don't over season things because the flour, chicken flour, does have a little salt in it, and you know, I don't want to kill nobody. The Popeye chicken sandwiches are good, but they are salty, and so that's well incorporated, and that's the way it should look. Push that to the side, and let's get started on the wet. Earlier I did say that I was only going to use 1 egg. I am doing a double batch. I have 2 packs of chicken breasts. If you're doing 1 batch, and that's 2 breasts, which would make 4 chicken sandwiches. If you split it in half, then 1 egg is enough, and you would probably need about half of a pint. But because I'm doing 8 sandwiches, I'm going to use this whole half pint of buttermilk, and I'm going to whisk this together, and I'll show you that in just a second. So here is the finished product. The buttermilk and the egg is mixed together. Now I'm going to wash and split my chicken in half. Yeah, we have clean, fresh chicken, and you might see a little fat on the chicken. I did do like some cosmetic surgery. Sliced the chicken, took the excess fat off. Most of it was way more than that. And I just didn't want all of that. You might see a little bit left on it, but that's fine. This is similar to my chicken parm video of how I do my breading. So here's the breading mix, and here is the egg wash. You're gonna start with chicken. You want to go dry. Wet. And make sure you shake off the excess. The excess flour and egg mixture back into the dry. Over to suntan land and let it hang out. Try it one more time. Dry. Wet. Excess off. Back into the dry. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the rest of these and then I'll come back. And this is what it should look like after you have breaded everything and it's been double breaded. Next, it's time to go into the hot oil. Yeah, I just put my chicken into the hot grease. I was able to fit about 3 of the medium-sized breasts. The next batch, I'll probably just put 2 of the big breasts in at a time. And you just let it go. I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna let it cook for 5 minutes on each side, because I did split these breasts in half and they're still sort of thick. So this is what it should look like, and I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like when I'm turning it over. Alright, time to flip. Nice press. That's what you want to see. Go for another 5 minutes. Yo, I've taken a hot bleach rag to my table and just wiped the surfaces because I was dealing with poultry. And I'm going to assemble the sandwiches on this table, so I want you guys to be able to see that I cleaned my table off and I used a hot soapy bleach rag. Here are my sandwiches up close. You see that crust? That is what you want to see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those buns under the broiler, and then I'm going to come back and assemble a sandwich for you. Alright, y'all, so I got my buns on a cookie sheet, and I only have 4 buns on the sheet because that's all I could fit, but I am going to make 8 sandwiches, but I'm just showing you. So this is what you want to do. You want to toast your buns. If you want to put butter, you can. I might melt some butter. Yeah, I think I'm going to melt some butter and pour it over the top of the buns just to make it look and taste a little better. Pull it on to the bun, just very little each bun, and I'll take a butter knife, show you, and make sure I get a little more on that side. This is optional, but you know, butter make everything taste better. So I'm gonna get these into the oven in just a moment. The buns are out of the oven, and so now it's time to assemble. Now I do have foil out. I have one of those big restaurant style foils that's in my pantry. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing dishes, so I have 3 pieces of foil laid out for my kids, and then they'll have some chips to go along with this. But let me make this sandwich so you can see what it looks like. And start off with the bottom of a bun. You're gonna take a tablespoon of your spicy mayo, even though it's really not spicy, and you're gonna put it on your bun. Then you're gonna take 3 of your pickles, or how many you like. I usually just put 3 on there, and you'll put it on top of your mayo sauce. Grab the star of the show, the chicken. Take another tablespoon of your spicy mayo and put that on top of the sandwich. And this is a wet sauce, so that's why I'm using a spoon. And top it off with a bun, and there you have it. Oh, y'all, wrong bun. That's the bottom of the other one. Let's try that again. And that butter is all on top of that. This is better for you than the stuff at Popeyes, and I guarantee you it's gonna taste much better. So I hope that you comment below and let me know if you tried this recipe, and keep sticking with us because we got a lot of different content. I'm just starting this channel off, and I don't know what my nick or knack will be, but for now I'm just showing you how we live. Alright, see you tomorrow.